Welcome to the American Center. The American Center is fondly known as the AC. Here is the Help Desk. This is where you go to meet our interns and learn about different services and programs. Ask them anything about the AC.
We can also help you with checking in, checking out books, and signing you up for a membership.
One more thing, be sure to check out the American Center's upcoming events and to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Here is a welcoming space for you and your friends. ACNOs offer you a lot of up-to-date board games, Scrabble, Boggles, Kitty cards, all entirely possible. Just talk to us.
You can also listen to CNN. Got to keep track what's going on around the world.
We proudly present a collection of books and magazines with 6,000 titles, including reference, English language study, novels, and you name it. The best part, you can borrow 3 books for 2 weeks, and you can always come back for more.
We also have 3 big TV that keep you up with the news from the US. We also have a smart board that you and your friends can come here to do the presentations, brainstorming session, or any other group activities of your choice.
This event room can hold up to 30 to 45 participants, perfect for all the exciting events that we hold weekly here at American Center, free of charge. Come and join our speaker programs, training workshops, American English Club, film shows, book discussions, craft workshops, and music programs.
We have 6 iPads with internet access right here for you to stay and do the research on. AC is a really great study look.
And if you need to research anything online, let us introduce you to eLibrary USA. It is a digital collection of trusted information resources from the US with high-quality newspapers, books, dissertation, and award-winning films and videos.
And if you're movie geeks, AC is the right place for you to go. Here we have 10 portable DVD player with an incredible collections of more than 800 DVD titles in a variety of fields such as English language course, documentaries, TV series, movies, and also soft learning skills.
The American Center's Makerspace is a community area where you can create things, invent, and meet other people with similar interests in STEAM, which is short for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Math.
And here we can get access to free Makerspace activities, including 3D Doodle Pen, 3D printing, Lego Mindstorm, robotics, and virtual reality.
And we also regularly host a variety of STEAM programs that help you learn about the basic STEAM concepts.
And if you ever need a break or want to catch up on your favorite TV shows or book series, don't worry, because here at the American Center, you also have access to our online resources with many audiobooks and documentaries.
See you at the American Center!
The American Center has evolved from a one-person operation at 127 Ba Chiu Street to today's American Center that welcomes tens of thousands of Vietnamese people through its doors to attend free English, entrepreneurship, science and technology, and other engaging classes to improve their skills and expand their opportunities. Because of the American Center's comfortable, high-tech environment, many students make it their university away from university, or school away from school, to conduct research and study, or just to read and borrow books and films.
The amazing facilities the American Center helped us build a very professional image, which arguably is our greatest assets, and so I'm very grateful for that.
American Center is my home, my second home, and I love them so much.
One thing that sets the American Center apart from all the other centers from all the other countries that I've been to is it is always busy and always full of people. There's always something going on every day.
I can see ongoing activities, different activities offered by the center.
And I have loved every single moment of my time here because I've learned a lot, I've developed, and I've grown better as a person and also as someone who works in an environment that is very professional.
Many students and professionals have taken advantage of the free resources and training courses and speaker programs. With resources and programs for all ages, many regularly watch the program listings and event announcements. And thousands of people hope to get into some of our popular workshops and courses, such as English for Professionals, the Summer Youth Leadership Camp, STEM fairs, the Model East Asia Summit, the American English Club, book clubs, MOOC camps, and many of our other programs. All of this embodies our slogan and our core value: free, fun, friendly, and for all.
Personal journey. We look forward to learning about your priorities and the things you want to hear about. This is meant to be interactive. If you want to be a leader one day in the STEM field of your choice, you'll have to speak up and demonstrate your leadership, and we're hoping that starts today by lots of questions. And we're just really grateful for your taking the time to join us, and we're just really excited to see you here. And a huge thank you to all of our panelists for joining. We know you're passionate about bringing more women into STEM careers, and we know this is the moment as Vietnam seeks to achieve its goals of becoming a high-tech hub. So now is the time to chart your course in a STEM career, and we're excited to support you the whole journey, and we are just really grateful to have so many wonderful people here today. So thank you.
Thank you, and just to quickly reintroduce myself, my name is Margie Christian. I'm a biochemical engineer and a diplomat. I'm the Chief of Energy, Environment, Science, Technology, and Health here at the U.S. Embassy. Today we'll be talking about establishing a career pipeline for women in STEM. I'd like to briefly introduce our panel and then turn it over for them. And as Mary Beth noted, if you have any questions, please speak up. So our panelists include Kim, the head of analytics at Viatel Solutions, Ms. Nguyen, Power of Radiance awardee, a Fulbright alumna, and a NASA STEM educator. Then we have Ms. Tuan, Director of Education Program of Smart Embedded System and IoT at the Hanoi University of Science and Technology. And last but not least, Dr. Hung, the head of Laboratory Environmental Chemistry, the Institute of Chemistry at the Vietnam Academy of Science and Technology. So I'd like to ask the first question and also ask my panelists if they can share a little bit more about their background. So the first question, what inspired you to pursue a career in STEAM? Let me turn it over to you, Ms. Nguyen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for having me today and share my journey in STEM. And what inspired me, I think carefully about it, and I figure out that the nature of curiosity drives me in STEM. Yeah, that's only my nature of curiosity.
Can you share a little bit about your background?
My background is education in biology, and I have just graduated from genetics. And actually, I am a biology teacher for over 10 years. And Actually, I am a STEM educator for about 5 years, I think so. And besides biology, I love math, physics, and technology also. That's why I love to call me as a STEM educators.
All right, thank you. Ms. Duong.
So nice to meet you all today. So actually, my story a little bit special. Like when I follow something not in STEM first, I am the business student, and then when I work and I think like data is really important. Maybe my story I will share later. And think I think like we just use data and use data apply to making decision is quite really important. So that's why after that I take my master in quantitative economics and then work for the business analyst and data analyst. And it's also build up my career and also build up my passion. And right now actually I have the team around like 20 people, and we all also working in AI and also like machine learning project. So actually like gain me a lot of interest and also passion day by day. And I think like my story maybe can say for the all women here and even the men, like people inform the others subject. And when you like something you want to try and also like step out, safe zone, and also take the challenge and follow the passion, and then maybe you can get more and more you think in the future.
All right, Ms. Luan.
Thank you for allowing me to be here today. So I'm Luan. My career is, as you can see, I'm a lecturer and researcher at Hanoi University of Science and Technologies. So my study program is on STEM from my high school. So as my father, he's a lecturer at Da Nang University of Technologies. So I was so familiar with the engineering and technology vocabulary since I was a child. So, and then I know that I love math and physics, so STEM coming by naturally to myself. So I have all the freedom to decide on my career when I choose Da Nang University for my entrance for my university. And then luckily I got the scholarship after 1 year to go to France to finish my bachelor program. And then I prefer to go further in studies, so I did my master and PhD in France, and I'm coming back to Vietnam and keep working on this engineering field. So I can say STEM is, I go with STEM because I know what I want and I know what is my strength. So I do it on my passion and love from my high school until now. Yeah, so that's my story. Thank you.
Okay, it's my turn, right? I'm the only one that's not women in this table. Actually, thank you for having me today, and I would like to say thanks and hello to everybody. Actually, my journey to STEM is not something special. It's very natural. Like many students here, especially students in Asian countries, we start school with love of mathematics. So basically my primary school is all about mathematics. I love mathematics, and when I grow up, I found out that with the science and technology and knowledge and skill about that, it helped me to understand the world better. I mean the physical world, even though the world in general is very mysterious to me too. But I have a luck to go to America to pursue my PhD in chemistry. And then after I came back to Vietnam, I worked in STEM fields, and I realized the potential and opportunity for Vietnamese students to pursue and follow the STEM career. We need those personnel, very, very high quality personnel in STEM fields. So with people in Vietnam STEM Alliance, we put effort to promote and support and give opportunity for Vietnamese students to expand, to explore the STEM fields. And I hope that with our experience here, the people, the panelists, will inspire and probably give a new hope for young students to become more courageous to get into the STEM fields.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hung. I just want to say what a pleasure it is to be sitting at the table with all of you. My role involves advocating for science-based policy solutions, and as part of that, we need a strong support from science, technology, engineers, math, and we need the collective genius at the table, both men and women, which segues me to my second question. I would love to know more about what challenges or obstacles you've had to face as a woman in STEM and how you've overcome them. I'd like to direct this to Kim. I know you have a PowerPoint for this. Is that? Okay. Okay, perfect. 1 sec. Oh, if you take a seat there, he'll bring the remote to you.
Okay, so I think maybe I stand out and this maybe show the PowerPoint.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second while they flip the screen. Thanks for bearing with us.
Here, like when they talk about the challenge, like when I just maybe said my passion before, and you know I just like a business student, or I also study it related to business and economy, and not any data. It's just like solving the problem with Excel, but you know right now when we use with the AI and also like machine learning, we have to use more and more tools. And actually, you know, when I think about the data, I think about why we have to use data in the life or maybe in the world. It does like the question when I want to pursue my master's study. It does like there's a small example for you to understand here. Like you know when we have like information here, it does like information intake, and then it's really hard for you to remember after you finish all everything here. It's just like information about mammals and saber to tiger. But we have another kind of table, like maybe we can see the comparison. But actually mine maybe it's really hard for remember still, yeah. And you think like here, when we turn anything in the data and visualization, do you think it's really like memorable? And you think like, okay, you can know the members have like safe and something else, and also cyber is the same. That's why like when we apply the data in the words and in the life, easy for me to carry, easy for me to discover the insight. That's make me feel so passionate when I follow this one. But it's not easy for me as like the student and as the business student, because it's not a technical skill and everything. So that's why I start again my career. And the challenge is like when you want to start the data career, you mean like you like a lot of technical skill and everything in the data. You never know anything. So that's why like the first step I think I hear like we have that maybe discover all the world. We know about the trend. We know about what kind of we can think and what something you can bring to the world. And you know, like when I see here, I just like really surprised because the Southeast Asia and also the Pacific, if there's environment for the technology and also for the data and machine learning AI. Anyone here is also follow the machine learning and AI? It does maybe give the hand here. No one else? Here, okay. I just maybe see the hand of man. And any woman want to follow the data and something, because you know, like when you love math, when you love STEM, anyone can follow the data. It's all something here. So that's why here I just maybe take my master in Germany and try to discover something else in data. And I got this first internship at eBay at the business analyst, and I feel many things from the data. And what I can see here, like we can apply a lot in the words and in the life. We can see anything can bring the value to the company and everything. But the challenge for this one, like we have a lot of data. The data volume is also large day by day, and we also have like very difficult to understand inside or deeply of data. That's why like I think about the ways when I work and for every project I work like here, when I something have like right now the generative AI and everything is also booming day by day, and we also should to apply. It's what here like you have technical skill, you have everything you want, opportunity here. I just maybe script down here for this. So the challenge for the student and for all the people here, like we have merged to understand both of the technical skill and soft skill. About the technical skill, if you the nodders like IT or data guy, you have to follow all of the subject here, like data, tech, research, and also the business skill when I work here. And another, I think maybe other people have to, should to have like the soft skill, like in the soft skill here, we should maybe have the communication, teamwork, and also the leadership. We have both here for the data skill sets. And that's why it's also the challenge when you also start from the first point, like you have to learn, follow, but like the roadmap is really quite important. So because either business student first, and then I go to the technical view, so that's why I build the roadmap here for the people. You can see here, when you want to become the data guy or like the data analyst, you also have to like start from the point, you learn math, you learn programming, and you learn about machine learning, you learn about the data visualization, you learn everything, and you start the first point with the data and research analyst, and you also build up with the associate position, senior position, and further position here. So I think like my story, it is like my story. But I think like you can create your own story and your own data career if you want to follow here. It's just like give you this more information to think. And before to start it, this maybe like start with the small question. What is your strength? What is your weaknesses? And then you will find the opportunity and you will see some challenges to solve the problem. So I think it's just like answer the short question and just maybe introduce a little bit about my something here information. And if you want here, maybe send the, I will send a slide here for all of you. And any questions so far later. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you for that. That was helpful, and I can see why you're a data scientist. I would love to open it up to Tuan, Nguyen, if you have. Yeah.
So I think the challenges and the obstacle is also the opportunity. So as I mentioned the story why I become a STEM engineer or lecturer, it's natural, and I don't get any obstacle at the end of my PhD because it was my decision. But then after getting married, I have to share my life with another man. So the first obstacle is I have to share my time with him after work. So, but that still, he needs to go to work. So during the time he works, I can work too. I don't get much obstacle and challenges, but only I feel, after getting baby. The timing is not shared only with the men who work, but with the children, they stay at home. They are baby. And during the pregnancies, I cannot go to work. Because I have a twin. So my belly is like an elephant. And I struggle during 9 months. I get my very big belly, and I have many issues with my spine. So I guess to be a good woman, we get the difficulty when we become a mother because we would like to be a good mother. So we consume the energy and the mind for the children. So at that moment, I have to put again the priority in my life. My work, my husband, okay, husband I can put aside, my work, my children. So I have to put priority. So what I expect the most for my children, for my future, for my career. So the whole day we have only 24 hours, 8 hours for sleeping, 2 to 3 hours for traveling. So the students, they need 1 to 2 hours for breakfast, 4 hours at home for dinner and sleeping and story reading before sleeping. So I rest only the whole day, only 6 hours for work. I have to make schedule very clearly, the time for work, the time after sleeping. So I need to set a very clear schedule for myself. So that is the obstacle, but also is the opportunity. Because my husband at that moment, I understand how he can help me, what the need from the colleague. They need to understand the issue and they have to allow me to work remotely. And then even the student, the lecturer, during the time I cannot go to university, but I was so lucky because it's also the time for COVID, not for, it's because of COVID. But when they grow up, they consume less time compared to when they are baby. So somehow we arrange again our schedule, and I feel I'm a real hero because I know how to challenge between my passion for work and my passion to be a nice mom to my children. Yeah, so somehow, yeah, it's nice because I learn from them. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I can very much relate to that. I am also the mother of 4-year-old twins.
Oh, yeah.
And so
You
there's
feel the difficulty, right?
there's a lot to balance between your career, your marriage, raising children. It's a lot. And there's a reason Beyonce sings the song Who Runs the World. Nguyen, do you have something you'd like to add?
So I see myself in Miss Luan's story. But I am a girl, so I was born and grew up in a very poor and small village. And until now, I still live in a village. So it's hard for me to have my family, my neighbor, to understand my work. So transgender stereotypes of a woman should do a job like a nurse or a farmer or worker is very easy to understand in my village. But beyond the village, that go to school and study biology or genetics, it's really difficult to say and to share my interest. So I have to say thanks for all of the social media and communication and on Facebook. Also, it's helped me to spread my interest and my job and my missions. So that's how I overcome my obstacles.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I have a question as well. I'm curious, when you were at university and when you're going to high school, were there an equal number of men and women that were interested in STEM? Was it more men than women? Do you think there's a reason why? There's someone that?
I think it does answer the question here. And you know, actually, when in the high school, I really love math, physics, and everything related to the STEM. But you know, when I just maybe register for university, my family and friends said that, okay, the girl should be choose something it easy. It's not choose the technical and should choose the others kind of technical university. So I follow them. I just maybe register for the National Economic University. And then I study international business. It's not any STEM anymore. Every day it's just like presentation and also learn about the economic and business. Actually, it's also interesting, but something inside me, it feels like, okay, I love math. I love something to maybe apply in life. And actually, it's also can apply business in life, but it's also try to make mathematics and another thing inside. And I think like in Vietnam, when I study there, I don't feel like the girls maybe they have like a friend, family orientation. It also move to the choose easy subject to follow, and something when they have the passion, when they have some kind of dream, they didn't follow this. But me, I think maybe I quite lucky because after my university, I think carefully about my career and I would like to like study further. It's like to think about what kind of my interest and my career path, my career path in the future. And then when I moved to Germany and also met many friends is from Americans, from Canada, and also from the other country. They also send me the story like just maybe stand out from the safe zone. It just like take the challenges and don't worry about this. It just think like when you can do it, you just maybe go to have the past, and then the universe and then friends maybe can support me a lot. And then when I choose this, as many things. It's also appear in my life and also help me a lot. Like get the first internship, and then I miss many friends. I guess many community to do this, and you know, like I also have the more and more opportunity for this. Actually, the women in the STEM is also support a lot, like here in American and other country. And I become the women in data science ambassador, and I built up some events last year for women and for the people in the data science. So I think like it's just like step out from the safe zone and don't think about the people try to orient you or thinking. Just feel free to choose and feel free to do anything you want and just try it. And you're still young and you also have many time and many opportunity can try this. Don't fear of those failure. It's just like take the challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It takes a lot of bravery. I was one of 3 women in my graduating class, and even now, I'm sure the same is true for all of our women panelists.
Yes.
I'm the only woman in the room when we're negotiating, billion-dollar deals, and that takes a lot of courage. I want to salute everyone's bravery here for doing that.
Yes.
Which segues me into the next question. How can we encourage more girls and women to pursue STEM fields? Ms. Nguyen, I know you have a PowerPoint on this. Yeah. We might need a second to get it queued up. There you go.
We have some ideas and actions that encourage girls in STEM. So girls, with definition, is students. Yeah, and we focus on secondary student. So firstly, we work. I want to talk about my work, and we work. That is some of my colleagues here. That we are STEM Alliance. That we promoting STEM education, especially in rural, remote, and for girls and for vulnerable adolescents. So after some years in working in promoting STEM, so we figure out some gaps in STEM education. So we can see that first is gender, and the second is the regional gaps between the urban and rural area. So if you combine both gender and the rural or remote areas, so you can see some story like this. So I will share with you some some conversation when we work in a remote area. So first is a question when we ask teachers and also education manager in a poor district in the Thanh Hóa province, that can we establish a STEM club after school and let the girls join STEM activities? And the teacher said that I often choose boys STEM in STEM clubs. Do you know why? Just because the students' major is ethnic minorities, and the girls have to do housework after class, and the boy do not have to do housework, as they have time. It's so real. And also the teacher said that I don't know how to teach STEM. That's a gap in the quality education. Is a teacher in STEM stream. And the second conversation is when I ask students about how your family think about STEM, and the student said, my mom asked me, what is STEM? STEM là cái gì? Yeah, when I exposed to students in the US, I do not have to ask the question, what is STEM? But STEM in Vietnam, we have two definitions. So we don't say STEM, we say khoa học, công nghệ, kỹ thuật, toán, khoa học, công nghệ, something like that. It's okay. And then what I say about the mom, because the mom often cares the student education right, especially in the rural. And for the many research said that the parent education have a big effect on the student's choice in STEM. If the father or mother hold a degree in the STEM field, the kids have more opportunity in STEM. That's all right. And the third is a sentence is that a girl in Lạng Sơn province said with us, I want to play with robot, but I don't have robot. And the school has only one robotic set, and that only boys have a chance to use, to play, and to learn. Yeah, all of this causes gender gaps in STEM education in the rural and in the community in a remote area. So what we do to closing the gap, for the first problem, we try to train STEM teachers. Last year, we organized over 50 STEM training workshops for teachers in many modules. And in nearly over 30 districts in a mountainous area. And the second is the equipment. The student needs robotics or STEM kits or something like that. That is not because of STEM need the equipment or specialized facility like it, but it's as a gift to encourage students and show them that there is someone else around here, encourage them. You can see that the first is a STEM club only for girls in Lạng Sơn. And the second, I want to show it in a training workshop for STEM teacher, but we also have a student join together with the teachers. And the girls, only one girl in the third pics is a girl with hear loss impairment. And she really engaged in coding and robotics. The third, I think the most important approach of our work with Dr. Hưng and Mr. Sơn is STEM-based cultural approach. You know, when a student come to school and learn STEM, doing some STEM activities, and come to the house, right? And the mom asks, STEM là cái gì, right? So just say that the STEM feeling like so vague, so strange, right? STEM rất là lạ đúng không ạ? Một từ đến từ nước ngoài. Vậy thì how to make STEM be familiar with the women, especially the mom in the rural? So we build an approach that's combining STEM, like math, like technology, and like science, into the cultural activities. Like you can see, the first one is the traditional cultural patterns in the minority students. Cái bài học STEM ở trên trang phục truyền thống của các bạn học sinh dân tộc thiểu số, nó là những cái bài toán rất là đẹp. Đó, và khi các bạn học bài này, các bạn ấy có thể quay trở về và nói với mẹ mình, hôm nay con mặc cái áo mẹ may, nhưng mà con đã biết đó là gì ạ? Trên đấy có rất nhiều toán. Như thế là một cái cầu nối, đúng không ạ? Vừa là nối thế hệ, vừa là nối văn hóa. And you can see that we also advise rural school build a STEM in the conical heart of Vietnam. And also STEM in the right stick color, right? And feeling some beauties of the math, of the science, and the technology in the normal life, in the secondary school. So you can see so many students, both boys and girls, are equal in the opportunity in STEM. Hãy trao cơ hội về STEM cho cả học sinh nữ và học sinh nam. Thank you.
Thank you for those inspiring remarks. Kim or Ms. Luan, did you have anything you wanted to add to that? Or Dr. Hong?
I think being the only man in the panelists, I think I should have some contribution to these questions. I am the father of two beautiful daughters, and so I'm thinking about STEM education, and it means I have to think about the future for my daughters. As you know, according to the International Labour Organization's report in 2023, the first country ranked in the world is Iceland. And the global gender gap index is, can you guess what? 91.2%. The number one country is far from 100%. The United States ranked 43 with 74.8%, and Vietnam has made tremendous progress. We reached number 72 with a score of 71%. So the gender gap is a real issue. It's not only in Vietnam, it's all over the world, and we are far from the ideal situations. So as a man, to promote, to support for women to go into STEM, I think we have a lot of things to do. And it's not the responsibility of only women. It's a collateral effort of the whole society, not only in Vietnam, in the whole world. So if we look at that from individual perspective, we can do a lot of things. So start from the mindset of the people. So I'm a father, I'm a teacher, I'm a mentor, and along my journey I have worked with a lot of female students. And I think there is no criteria or any advantages of men over women in terms of intelligence, hardworking, for examples. So if we start from that, so we see everybody equal, so women will have the equal opportunity and tendency to go into STEM. Second, we should work as a role model. For example, like I have my old daughters, she's in the first grade. Anytime she asks questions about science, technology, mathematics or anything like that, I should be patient, listen, explain, and tell her that if any boy can do, you can do it. So we have to instill in women from very young age that you were born with the same opportunity and competency as the man. And secondly, I think women will need more opportunities, more information to learn about STEM fields, STEM careers, and opportunities they can get when they go into that fields. For example, the workshop today, we have experience from the panelists and from others attendants here. We will share women were aware of what are challenges for them if they go into STEM career. And I think in a broader sense, the whole society, the government, the international organizations, and other small groups should have incentives to have students, especially female students from very young age, to get into more STEM field. I think the road is still far away, and we are progressing day by day, and in the end, I think we'll have a better chance of equip women with opportunities and close the gap between the gender, not only in the urban, but also in the rural area, and not only in the developing country, but also in the developed countries. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. We have a long way to go, but it's good to see collective action like this. Ms. Luan?
Yeah, I'm so touched with the presentation. Yeah, I'm the woman in STEM. I am also the IEEE a member of the Society Women in Engineering of the, it's for engineering, electronic and electrical engineering, so committee. But I didn't do anything to close the gap. Honestly, I know one of my colleagues, he's Han Huy-Dung, he's the close friend of Mr. Sơn, Hưng, and even Nguyen. When I mentioned to Dũng, he know everyone in STEM, and he brought me to see Hưng and answer many times. But honestly, I didn't do anything because maybe my career path to become a woman in this field so smoothly. I didn't see the difficulties like you share. Yeah, I don't feel that. I don't feel that they need me. But just share with you that count me in. Next time, I can share with you our project, and I can share with you the devices that we can offer so that you can offer back to the school or the lecturer and even the student in the urban or in the countryside. Yeah, so please come in.
That's great to hear. Did you want to?
So I think that you are really, really exceptional, excellent in engineering, right? So you are our role model, women in STEM. So you know that in rural and remote areas, that's only mentioned that that's an associate professional is a woman. You do not need to do something like us because we are promoter. So you just keep your role model, and I can share the story to inspire others. Yeah.
Oh, that's really lovely. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I know it's hard to find women role models, but it's so inspiring when you do. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what advice you would give, because you're now role models to young women considering a career in STEM. What kind of advice would you give them? Who'd like to start? Would you like to start?
Yes. I have taught students from preschool, primary, middle school, and high school. And so I often see the girls who really love science. and also engineering. Only one thing I can do for them is share and help support them to experience more in science and technology and engineering, and help them to find other friends like this. They need a community. And I just, when someone told me that, may I do that? Can I do that? I often said that, just test it, go for it. You can get a risk, or you can lose a chance.
Yeah, I agree. It's hard. You might be the only woman in the room. You might be underestimated, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try, and we shouldn't work hard, and we shouldn't pursue our passions. Yeah. Yeah.
So it is like, I think it's advice for you. Like, when I was a student, I did enjoy any kind of community. But right now, I mostly try to build the community and connect more and more people. And this maybe to give advice for the young people and even the women or the men or like the student. It is like join the community, because when you join the community, many mentors inside can maybe support you and guide you, and you also have the.
Attention in the office. This is the local guard force. The following is a tone system. No action is required. I repeat, no action is required. This is only a test. Xin mọi người chú ý, đây là đội bảo vệ sự quán.
Excuse us, colleagues, for this interruption.
Mọi người không cần phải hành động. Tôi nhắc lại, không cần phải hành động. Đây chỉ là sự hệ thống. The
We'll be
first
back.
sound you will hear is the duck and cover. Chuông báo đầu tiên là tìm nơi trú ẩn.
Duck and cover. Get away from the wind.
For it.
It's just like go through it. Join the community because like when you join the community, you can find a mentor and you can find many friends that also have the same interest and also passion with you, and actually you also have opportunity to get many kind of information for global competition. For example, in the data, sorry. Community when I join and I try to guide and mentor
It's true. It's true. Okay, I think we're officially concluded with the testing. If you want
Okay,
to.
it does set the idea about the data community. Like they has many kind of global competition. Like for example, last year when the Women in Data Science is also sponsored by Stanford University, they also like hold the global datathon, and many people can join. Women, men, and any people it love data joy, and they also have some kind of the prize really good, and actually they also has many kind of event and activity to try to push you follow the passion. It means like enjoy the community and find the community near you, like or maybe community at your university. It does maybe joyous and also share any kind of experience, passion with the old people. And another advice, I think like you should maybe discover your ability. It does like right now the internet, Google, ChatGPT. It does like go there and try to learn the way news and try out something for you. For example, if you like some kind of in the AI and data science, it does try to learn step by step, day by day, and feel like when you want to connect with the community, you can see many kind of project for you. Like it just like I think like when I also start my career, I also try to join it and I learn it. That's why right now I try to build a community and try to connect people to give more the opportunity for people and even the young people at the high school. And next year, if we also still have the Women in Data Science, I hope many people can join and also share your experience, your idea, everything to make the women in the future.
Oh, that's really lovely. I agree. It's hard to find. Sometimes it's hard to find role models, but find female colleagues that are interested in the same thing, and that can be just as supportive. The last question, and I'd love as well if you have any sort of closing thoughts as we go into the Q&A portion. So the last formal question I have is, what are some exciting trends or advancements in STEM that you believe will create new opportunities for women in the field? I can turn it over, Ms. Luan, you want to go first?
So to share with you, I'm the lecturer for the student in electronic and electrical engineering. And honestly, the question the student asked the most during the open day, on the university, we organize the campaign so that the high school student can come to the university to ask what the major, what they can learn, the program. But they don't ask that. They just ask two questions. The first question, if I follow this field, where I can work after this? So they don't know if they learn electronic or electrical, in which company they can work for. And the second question, is the salaries high enough? Yeah, so so I was so sad, right? They don't focus more on what they will learn, or they don't study in advance the STEM. So they don't know where they go to work. It's so sad. Yeah, so because I'm also the director of the education program, so we come up the program so that it can match with the trend in the society. So recently you heard a lot about AI, machine learning, even ChatGPT. ChatGPT is the combine of coding and AI. So what does that mean? When you ask them a question, they answer stupidly. You say them they are stupid, and they will learn again. So next time they will answer you smarter. So that's AI. So when you work on AI, you need computer and coding skill. What does that mean, coding? You may hear C, C++, Java, Python. So what do you need to work on that? Computer. So where do you work? In office. Under the roof. So you become an engineer, and what's the difference between women and men? You need to know math. You need to know how to code, right? And you just need to wear nice to go to work, and you use your knowledge to stay very nice in the office and know how. So for me, engineering, there are a lot of equally in terms of the environment. The condition, there's no difference between men and women. So the trend, come back to the question. So what is the trend? If you work in chemical, you can work with the computer to analyze, modeling the particle. So if you work even in mechanical, cơ khí, you feel that when we talk about mechanical, you just think about the huge machine, the car, and you will work with the huge stuff. For mechanical, it's not. They need the designer. They need modeling. And you still need to know your know-how, your knowledge, and working with the computer to propose a new design, a new idea. So women can work in mechanical, yes. So electronic, all of the devices here is electronic. You know who work on the microprocessor, the memory, on the display, the program, the apps you can use, right? The apps so that you look beautiful, right? It's easy. You just need the computer with the coding. So you don't work hard, right? You don't go to the field. You don't go with for example, with the human machine, no. Only computer. So biomedical, biotechnology, IC design, I'm from the IC design, integrated circuit. So it's a little bit higher than the printed circuit board. But I only work with computer, and I still wear nice. I don't need to go to the field. I don't need to wear some kind of like workers. No need. So a lot of, and in everything, is a trend, right? So even I can see if my daughter, now we have a daughter, and if they want to work even in architecture, or they want to work in constructor, I will allow her. And I know that they can work without going far from the city. A lot of opportunities. You can choose where you can work. If you know deeply what they need from you for the knowledge, and you can refill hard working, go on site. You can work off site, don't worry. Yeah, so that's my answer.
Yeah. I think there's no shortage of fascinating advancements in STEM right now.
Yeah, right.
And the opportunities are endless. And technology like computers allows things like remote working, which really made my life a lot easier when I was when my children were young. So it's providing more equity and inclusion. But Ms. Nguyen, I'd be curious for your thoughts on what are some of the communities and courses and sources that young women interested in STEM, what resources can they access?
Actually, I am not a futurist. So to talk about the trend is not my... but I want to share with you that last week I visited an artisan in weaving textile, traditional textile, Bana ethnic in Gia Lai. Một cô nghệ nhân người dân tộc Bana ở Gia Lai, cô dệt vải. you know, I think it's about over 100 steps to make a scarf. She imprinted this process in her mind, and I asked her to script, to write out, but she doesn't know. Yeah, and I think with STEM, the woman knows the code, knows the formula, so we can keep the culture, and we can make the the product like scarf, like traditional, adding values from the STEM, yeah, from the new application STEM, like the color, textile from natural chemicals, or how to coding the waves, the threads like this. Yeah, I think it can help women can keep the culture lively.
Yeah, I sure hope so. One of the things I like to say when I talk about this, and I'll take moderator's prerogative and share my thoughts, is I'm an engineer, right? And engineering is using math and science to optimize the solution. And you can't optimize the solution unless you have the collective genius of humanity at the table. And that means men and women. And we're confronting some of the most dire challenges, I mean, not to sound too hyperbolic, but that humanity faces when it comes to climate change and the energy transition. And I strongly believe that those best positioned to find those solutions are women. Women run the households. They know how energy is used. If you want to talk about a clean cook stove, don't talk to a group of male engineers. You talk to the woman at home who's already engineered the best solution. And so when we can give those women a voice and a community and empower them, I think that's what's really, that's what excites me. It makes me passionate about the future, is that there's more and more women going into science. And there's more opportunities for women to go into science than there ever has been before. Yeah.
Okay, it's really quite interesting question, because you know, when I work in AI and machine learning, it's many people ask me about the trends. Maybe it's more 10 years later. I just share the idea here. You know, like in the women in data science. Right now, it just only have a few percentage of people working in the STEM or data science. It is around like almost 20%, but they also have the mission to have like 30% by the 2030. So I hope that's like the trend in the future. More and more women and young students can maybe go through in the data science and AI. It is the trend and to build up the future. And another thing, maybe people is also ask many questions about like AI maybe can take charge in most of the activity right now in the future. But I think like the people it create the AI, and the people is also has more and more ability and competency to build up the AIs more and more for the future. That's why like right now, we don't worry about we learn code, we learn mathematics, we learn everything, because in the future, AI and some robotics maybe can take part in some part, but if we learn how the way to use them, and we also learn more and more the way we can combine both of the technical view and also in the business side and also in the life cycle side, and then we can make together and we can discover more and more we have. And I think like for the young people right now, it's not only to learn code. If you just only learn codes, maybe the ChatGPT can maybe take more codes. It's just like in the 10 seconds. In the 10 seconds, they can maybe have to build like the long coding for you. That's maybe you have to learn for 1 year. That's why like you have to build up with more soft skill, more the communication, more the business inside, and also more research to have more opportunity for the career path. Like you can work for the business analyst, working with the business view, and also working the technical view, and become like kind of the bridge architecture. It's like more opportunity for you. And the question so far for the trends here, like we become the person with multitasking, or we become the person with multi-knowledge. It not only the something like the robotic in the future can maybe take part in this.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think you have to learn how to combine the creativity and the coding, because you have to be able to tell the machines what to do, and that's what the next leap is if you understand how to speak the language and teach the machines. Yeah. So I want to encourage our audience here and our audience online, if you have any questions, speak up. Take a seat at the table. All right. Okay. Yeah. Here, let me pass you the remote. Pass you the microphone.
Thank you very much for the presentation of STEM educator Duong Nguyen. You said to me that in rural and remote areas, the female children have to do so much homework. So I would like to ask you that, have you ever make a research, the data officially for this information? Because as far as I know, the equality between female and male children in Vietnam now has been improved so much for the passing year, and especially the number of male children has been increased dramatically. That's why female children has got much priorities than male children. For example, at my university, we have a program to protect female students in STEM, especially in transportation engineering. So I think that, in my opinion, I would like to suggest you to do more, maybe the official survey across Vietnam from the north to the south to confirm your information. Thank you very much.
I can explain. This from a conversation, but actually you can set the data from Báo Đảng Cộng sản or Báo Điện tử Dân tộc. The female student in the minorities, in some minority, some ethnic group like Hmong, the female student have to spend 1.8 time over the male in housework. That's a fact, and they are trying to close the gap between the times for housework and unnamed work of the female and both women and girls in house. Actually, I think that there's a several research have a detailed data about this, and it's own data, and you can find easily in a keyword like các cộng đồng dân tộc mà theo chế độ mẫu hệ, thì cái thời gian mà họ phải dành cho việc nhà và kiếm tiền ở phụ nữ là nặng nề hơn và mất nhiều thời gian hơn là ở nam giới. Và cái thông tin này là em cũng thấy là khá là rất là dễ tìm kiếm. Chị có thể là Google search cái đó.
All right, thank you. We got a question from our online audience as well. The question is, how important is mentorship in helping you in your STEM career? Where can I find good mentors? Who'd like to take that one? All right, go for it, Ms. Lon.
I guess if the question is come from the teacher, they have to go to the person. But if they would like to, because as far as I know, because I didn't do any in STEM, but I have one colleague, he's very dedicated to this activity, and he has some activity like a Nguyen or on that. But me, he just needs me to mentor one group of students from Bắc Ninh, Bắc Bắc Giang School, so that I can share with the student the process for an engineer design. So I can guide them in bio devices. We work on the digital stethoscope to hurt the PCG of the HUST sound. So I guide them at the beginning what is the bio signal, what the difference between ECG, BCG, BPG, and EMG. So theoretical first, and then the devices, I give them our devices. And then they figure out the issue. So they propose the issue. So the mentoring can go from everywhere. Some educator like the STEM educator, or even they can go to the university to set up. So different, if the teachers, they can go directly with us, or the educator, or the student, they can ask for the help from one of the center, STEM center, or even go directly to the university. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, Dr. Hung?
I would like to have some add-on here, because the questioner, I'm not very sure who or she he is. Is it a student, is it a teacher, or is it a professional? But I think that in terms of finding mentorship, firstly, that person should be very proactive. Try to find information is either online or on social media or on the newspaper, anywhere you can. We have a lot of resources in this country and also from foreign organizations too. With STEM mentorship, it should be, for example, what major, what career path you should follow. If you're looking for teaching and guiding, we have organizations like STEAM for Vietnam, Vietnam STEM Alliance. We have organizations from the Ministry of Education and Training, the Ministry of Science and Technology, and a lot of agency to have. But because the question is quite broad and general, I cannot say for sure. But of course, if that person want to look for information, then direct the questions to any one of us here. We can also share more information.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I just have some comment here in the question that I mentioned before. We can join the community, because when you join the community, it's many mentors here. Maybe can offer the mentorship for you, or another thing here in the data community, with this maybe advice for them. You can join many competition. Actually, the Vietnam competition or global competition, when you go to in the round 1 and round 2, they maybe will have some mentor for you. And then you can make friends with the mentor and go through with them in the future. It's the way you can find. Or another, like Mr. Hung is also mentioned, you can go in the internet and find many things. Can see the people is maybe quite popular and famous in the field you want to see. And you just maybe try to contact with them, try to write the email or some kind of letter for them to ask for the mentorship. Or another thing, in my career, I also give advice for them is build their LinkedIn profile and try to find the people in your area, and just connect with them, learn from them, and also follow some event they also share. And at the event, maybe you can find many people is also have the same passion with you, and maybe they have high expertise, can maybe support you. It's just try to broaden your community and your network, and you can find many people can support and willing to support you. Yeah.
All right, thank you. That was really great. And I hope if there's mentors online or in the audience that you reach out to younger women in STEM and mentor them and help them be bold and be deliberate and shape the world and make the world a better place. I think our time is drawing very close to an end, but I have one more question from our online audience. The question is, if I'm a business major interested in a STEM aspect of the business sector, what degree or education should I pursue? What would be useful for the workforce now and in the future? Yeah, he's a business major, but he's interested in pursuing, sounds like, some STEM aspect of the business sector.
Maybe I answer the question first, and maybe speaker can add more some comment for me, because actually I have the business person first, like follow the business study, and actually in the business study it does like learn a little bit mathematics. It's not much, but when you follow like kind of the quantitative. I mean like quantitative economics or quantitative finance. You can become the actuary, you can become the financial analyst in the future. You have learned more and more advanced mathematics. So I think like you don't have to like left your subject right now and go to in the new subject. It just like follow your subject right now, because you know when you learn business you have domain knowledge, and then when you have more and more combined of technical skill, you will have the both of skill in the business side and also in the technical side. It's like can create your strength. And you know, like when I work in the like data science or machine learning or AI, you normally or usually have to work with the business partner, and they not say the same language with the technical languages. For example, they also say something is simple, easily to understand, but the technical they use like mathematics language or like coding language. It's really hard to like combine both of language or understand each other. So that's why like when you have both skill of business side and also technical side, you can understand both sides, and you become the person and can transfer in both of you here. You will have more and more position and the title in the future if you can work for the both sides here. So I think it's just like come back to my slide before. It just like have your strength, know those strengths, know the weaknesses to improve it, and then you can get more and more opportunity. Yeah. Okay. There may be another question.
Okay. We are currently doing VEF 2.0 program, which is a program is running by VEF alumni. I am an alumnus of that program. So we would like to support students to pursue their further education in the United States in the field of STEM. So in recent years, we have witnessed a lot of female students who are in business or other field, other side of STEMs, would like to transition into the STEM field. We have candidates coming from University of Economics or Foreign Trade University, for example. We always encourage those candidates to take courage and pursue the passions, the career that you like to follow, that you think that you have passion and also strength to succeed in the future. And our program is very transparent, is free, is open for everybody. So if you are looking for opportunity in STEM, like to transition from other career like in like business into the STEM field career, please go ahead. We have a mentorship program. We have all the sessions to support female students to make that transitions.
All right, well, our time is rapidly coming to a close. I would love to give our incredible panelists an opportunity if they have a couple closing words that they want to share.
I think I have a final words for female here and also the people who are watching online. Because this session is for women, so let your voice be heard. Be confident, go with your passions. If you think the STEM is your way to go for it. Our society is become more and more supporting female, women in all sectors, especially in STEM fields. From the other side of the world, and being man, we have all the resources, we have all the determination and willingness to help women to succeed in STEM field.
So thank you very much for joining us today for this panel about women in STEM careers. And I hope that it has inspired you, if you are interested in pursuing a STEM career, and if not, I hope it's inspired you to be an ally of young women interested in STEM field. Good afternoon. Oh, and now I believe the career consultation sessions begin. Set up some tables over there.
So thank you, the panelists, for the panel discussion today, and